Yes, hello children. Hope you're fine and taking care of yourself. We are back here once again in our lessons of science. The teacher about Richard. We are still looking at drugs. Remember we looked at drug last week. And today we are going to be looking at yet another interesting topic. That's going to be common drugs of dependency. Remember those words we discussed last time? Drug abuse, drug misuse, and all that. So today I want to see those common drugs of dependency which are abused. So, but if I look at that, remember I left you that little activity. Let's first of all go through it very fast. The questions were there. You can see what term refer to the condition resulting from prolonged use of a drug. And you said that's drug dependency. Hope you got right. You are marking yourself. Number two, what's drug abuse? We said drug abuse is the use of a drug in a way that is harmful to your body. Hope you got that one also right. Number three, to mention any reason why young people abuse drugs. There are several reasons we discuss why people abuse drugs. Among them, we said to pass time, to enhance body performance, to relieve pain, to stay awake or asleep, among them. So if you got any of that, you can mark. Then question number four, to state any two factors that can lead to drug abuse. So that includes curiosity, peer pressure, poverty, family problems. And then last question we discussed is what's drug addiction? We said this is when a person totally depends on a drug for normal functioning of their body. So let me hope you got those numbers right, children. If you failed one of two, remember to write down the collection. So today, as I've already mentioned that, we are going to look at the common drugs of dependency. What are those common drugs which are abused by people in our society? And by the end of the lesson, we shall have known those drugs which are commonly abused by people. Secondly, we shall get to know ways people abuse these drugs. So I want you to get ready and we start off. Now, in our first session, I want you to write for me any two common abused drugs in your society. You could have seen people abusing drugs out there. You could have heard of people abusing drugs. So I want you to jot down for me only two drugs which you think are commonly abused by people. Fine. Let's check with mine here. So this drug of dependency, we are going to be involved with those which are legal drugs and those which are illegal. So we are saying the legal drugs commonly abused include tobacco. Tobacco, people smoke cigarettes. That means there's a substance in tobacco which is normally abused. Alcohol is also another drug which is commonly abused, but it's a legal drug. We have painkillers. We have several painkillers which we normally take accidentally and we don't know what they do to our body. But those are some of those which are legal. Then there we have got those which are illegal drugs, which are commonly abused by people. Now, these are the worst. There's one drug here called marijuana, commonly known as njaga or cannabis. You could have heard people talk about the word njaga. Njaga, we call it marijuana or cannabis. Then there's another drug called hashish. There's another drug called miraa, or what we call mairunji. Sometimes we call it cat. There's another drug called cocaine. We could have heard of that one also. There's also another one called heroin. We have petrol. We have glow. We have jet fuel. We have paint thinners. We have mud drugs. We have opium. And there are many others. But these are some of the common ones which are commonly abused. And for them, these are illegal drugs. Once you are caught abusing any of them, that means you are going to be arrested and you are going to be taken to courts of law and you are going to be prosecuted. So my children, these drugs we are going to see. What's the effect of abusing them and so on. So take a look at them once again. We said we have tobacco. It's a common abused drug, but that's a legal drug. People normally smoke cigarettes here and there. Then alcohol, people drink alcohol in so many ways. Every day people drink alcohol, but they are not arrested. So, but it's also a drug which is commonly abused. Then you have some painkillers like Panadol, we have paracetamol and many others. Then those which are illegal, I've already mentioned. We have marijuana, we have hashish, we have miraa, we have cocaine, we have heroin, we have petrol, we have glue, we have jet fuel, we have paint thinner. This paint thinner is the one which is normally painted on buildings. That's also a drug, you get to know that. Then there's another drug called mud drugs. So, hope you have got them right. Then, in our next session, children, we want to see ways abuse these drugs. How would people abuse those drugs we have mentioned? How would people abuse tobacco? How would people abuse alcohol? How would people abuse cocaine? So I want you to write for me two ways, only two ways, how people abuse these drugs. I know that you have them already. Jot them down. We check here. Look at this. There is marijuana here. Marijuana, I thought this is what we call commonly called njaga. Boys out there and girls out there abuse it by smoking. That drug is very dangerous, highly addictive. Now, what happens? They get the dried leaves, they put them in papers, and they start smoking. So when they smoke that thing, they become intoxicated and it affects their brains. Then you have another drug called opium. It's also going to be abused by smoking. People who abuse it, they smoke the substance. There's heroin. This heroin is normally sniffed or swallowed, or sometimes injected into the body. There's cocaine. Cocaine is a highly addictive drug. In fact, it's a very powerful addictive drug here. Now, this cocaine, on top of that, is actually highly expensive. It's normally sniffed in the powder form. There's also another type of it, which is actually injected into the body. Then there's miraa. This miraa is what we call mairungi. The leaves are normally chewed. Petrol, glue, jet fuel, those are inhalants. They are normally sniffed. So they put the substance in either a piece of cloth, and the abuser sniffs that substance in it. Then alcohol, of course, all of us know alcohol. People drink alcohol. So that's how they abuse it. So what you are seeing there is the way people abuse those common drugs. So you're going to confuse them with the drugs and so on. So we can have a look at, you can see that man over there is trying to sniff a substance, which could be cocaine. And that one makes the person high and so on. Then we are seeing here people, they're having party here, they are drinking. So which drug are they abusing here? You can see they're abusing alcohol. Then you have got somebody injecting himself with a certain type of drug. Which drug could that be? That could be cocaine, that could be heroin, and so on. What is that one doing? That one is smoking tobacco. So you can see, and remember last time we looked at smoking and saw the effect of smoking to our body. If somebody smokes, the effect, we saw them. And all know all about smoking. And here we have got, there's this one here. This one's chewing miraa leaves, the leaves of miraa. This is normally abused by people who travel long distances, especially those people who drive trailers and the likes. So because they want to stay awake for a long time, that's why they abuse that kind of drug called mairungi or miraa. So thank you for being good children. Remember, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.